which we are celebrating all over Bengal. It is Oliver Cromwell who said, "Never apologize or defend unless you are accused." Here nobody has accused me, but still I apologize and defend myself because there was a reason why I did not come to see the documentary. Last time, when my second year in the anniversary in office as governor was celebrated, an artist gave me a bust of mine. I appreciated him for his efforts. I asked him how much time did it take to create the bust of mine. You know how it came in the national newspapers the next day, the governor unveiling his own statue. So I thought if I come to see my documentary, it may perhaps be misinterpreted. That's why I kept out, not out of any disregard for the documentary. I had seen it in private. In fact, Shagun Trivedi has taken an excellent shot at me, I would say. She came not to take a documentary on my exposure with children. She came to take a full documentary on my life as governor. But then she came with a few smart youngsters. They asked me questions. I answered them. Then I spent some time with them. Shagun Trivedi then and there decided that this can be the topic of a documentary. So this documentary happened on its own. It was not a part of design. It was an accident. As they say, accidents are not accidental. I appreciate Shagun Trivedi's ingenuity and also her alertness, Normally it takes a script and also a lot of rehearsals before a film is made. But she being well versed in the field, she could immediately decide that this could be the topic of a documentary, and that is what you have seen it here. I would, anybody who has the gift of imagination is akin to what Conrad said in the Kubla Khan. In Kubla Khan, it's one of the most beautiful poems in English literature. It's not a poem, it's a dream fragment. When Conrad was sleeping, people say under the influence of opium, he had a dream in which he saw Kubla Khan building a dome. If I remember that correct, the poem begins in Xanadu, did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree, where all the sacred river ran to Brahman's merciless men down to a sunless sea. I don't want to repeat the entire poem here. Ultimately, in the ecstasy of imagination, what happens in a person, whether it is a film director, whether it is a poet, whether it is a novelist, whether it is a short story writer, what happens is what Conrad himself calls the esemplastic imagination. Esemplastic imagination means, there are three types of imagination. Primary imagination, secondary imagination, esemplastic imagination. Primary imagination is something, this looks like that, all of us know. Or secondary imagination is something higher than that, which we normally see in the lyricists of the films, their secondary imagination. Esemplastic imagination. Esemplastic imagination is ultimate in imagination, where opposites reconcile and something is born out of nothing. As T.S. Eliot says, I connect on Margate's hands, I connect nothing with nothing. A person who has got creative talent always connects nothing with nothing. That is the stage where esemplastic imagination begins. In say for instance, Shakespeare or Kalidasa. Kalidasa was known for his similes. Uma Kalidasa Syavise. Kalidasa considers, describes the relation between Sri Parameshwaran and Parvati, that is Mahadeva and Parvati, as a relation. Their relation is like the relation between word and meaning. Without meaning, what is word? Without word, what is meaning? So much is the integral relation between husband and wife, between the partners. That is what it comes to esemplastic imagination. Here also I see the symptoms of esemplastic imagination. She did not come to shoot anything on my interaction with the children. She came for something bigger, but she found that this is much bigger than that. That is what you have seen here, because there is an element of esoplastic imagination here. And in the case of, I have written a book on, start camera action. That is on the film industry in the world, including Hollywood and Bollywood and other areas. So, in Hollywood, there are some people who are specialized in creating they create the, what is the one which goes beyond before the film is shown? Pardon? Pardon? No.